Just very quickly, to use Adobe Illustrator to do a vector image rather than a bitmap image. Now I've searched for ice cream, okay, in images. I've gone for search tools and then large. Okay, so now I know all the pictures that I've got are large. Okay, 1200 by 1600. Okay, so these are going to be high resolution pictures. Just once again, if you're not sure, so vector is almost like a cartoon, where bitmap is like your photograph. So the bitmap is the thing that will look very blocky when you zoom in. Whereas vector, doesn't matter how much you zoom in. So if you're doing artwork that's going to be put on a wall, then actually a vector would be a better choice. So this one would be vector. And it's normally drawn using a pen tool. Whereas with bitmaps, they could be, say, a paint tool, like in Pixlr, or just with a photograph. So AI is Adobe Illustrator. So this is an image that I just downloaded. One thing you can do is just click on it, do image trace, and say 16 colors. This will convert it. So that converts it to basically a cartoon. So you could zoom in and then you'll see the effect. So it's then just made up of tiny little parts. Okay, that's it's actually maths coordinates. So it doesn't matter how much you zoom in, it will never look blocky. So that's how you can just sort of quickly do something like an image trace. With the logo for the gelato, it probably wouldn't work because the image is probably slightly too small. So when you do an image trace, you do lose a lot of the actual original logo. So I'll undo that. Okay, so if we zoom into 300, what you can then do is trace around the outside, trace around the outer line of this, and then just delete the original image. So this is on one layer. If you haven't got layers up, just do Window and Layers. So what you can do is then duplicate a layer. So this is the layer that the picture's on. Transparency, so Window, Transparency. Just turn that down to 50. Okay, so you're just using this as an outline, and you could do one or two things. You could click on shapes just very, very quickly and just try and get a rough shape. So that's the color there. So at the moment there's no fill, and the stroke, which is that one, I'll just click and have a blue outline. So you can flip between the two. That's the fill color. This is the actual outline. So we don't really want an outline. You should then be able to kind of move it a bit. Okay. And if I press Command and click, you should be able, it's working, you should just be able to resize it. So you're then trying to, so I'm just holding Command down and just kind of resizing it a little bit. Still not perfect. Command. I might be able to, not sure this is going to work. If I click here on that pen tool, add anchor point. Okay, so it's put another point in, and if I press Command, is that going to work? Oh, it has worked, I think. Just try that again. Just try that on that side. So I'm going to put another point and press Command, and it should. Oh, it has worked. Okay, so that's another option. You can, if it doesn't quite fit, you can put another point in, like another edit point, and then press Command on your keyboards and just drag it out like that. So put another point in, just drag it out. So if I think I've done a bad thing. I've done a very bad thing. So what I've done is drawn that outline on the same layer that the picture is on. So I'm going to cut, Command and X, click on layer 2, Command V, and just now drag it down. Okay, so if I hide the original picture, that's the outline. lots of things. I mean, from that point on, once you've done that, you could change the stroke size how you want. This is kind of the real sort of basics, but you might want a sort of an artistic-y kind of look to it. There are lots of things you can do with the brush types. That's probably not ideal, actually, that one. But for the moment, that's how you would get sort of a basic kind of trace around the outside using the shape tool. The other way of doing it is the pen tool. So you click on that rather than, you just click on pen tool rather than add anchor point. This is a skill that is worth learning. If you're going to do art next year, this is a good Photoshop skill as well. So you're going to use the pen tool to trace around the outside, so it's a blue outline. So I'll click once, click again, so it's drawn the line. Now I need to go on a curve. So without doing anything, I just click, hold the mouse down, and then just move about. Okay, so click again and it fills it. So now I'm going to go down to here, click, keep your mouse pressed down and just drag away until it fills that line, then let go. Click again. Okay, bad. Command Z. This is probably not going to look too good now. Try it like that. Okay, I can do that later. No, do it now. Okay. So that one didn't work, so I just Command Z a couple of times. Just need to get it maybe there and just drag it out. Okay, so I'm going to click there. Oh, bad. Okay, I'll just keep going. Click again and just move the mouse out. We might be able to clean that up a bit. Okay, click again. And finally, click again and drag it. Okay, not great. That was done very quickly. Might even be able to... I wonder if I can clean that up. No, okay. Leave that for the moment. That's very, very quick, but basically that one is the pen tool, and that is the one where you just click, move your mouse in a straight line. It just draws a straight line. You click again, drag your mouse down, and you can get like these curve shapes. So the outline, other than that, you can tidy that up, but just for time, the next thing, the border is quite thick. Okay. But, so if you were trying to do the G, you could actually try, if you zoomed in, and then just have an attempt to do something like that. Okay, just by dragging, clicking, and it will take a bit of time. There you go, bad. It can take a little bit of practice just to get the hang of it. I'm going to do a very quick. Okay. It doesn't really matter even if it doesn't quite work, but now what you've got is a vector. So this is something that, however much you zoom in, will always look pretty good. Okay, and you can change like the stroke width maybe, so now it starts to look that little bit more kind of artistic. So that is the pen tool or the shape tool to try and create a vector version of a logo.